I woke up to the sound of crying. It wasn't my sister or my neighbor's baby. It was coming from the forest behind our house. I live in a small village in Nigeria, where everyone knows everyone, and nothing really happens. But that night, something did. It was late, past midnight. I told myself it was just the wind, but the crying sounded human. I grabbed my flashlight and stepped outside. The air smelled strange, heavy, like wet earth mixed with something metallic. My feet sank into the mud as I walked toward the sound. The crying led me to an old, abandoned shrine we used to play near as kids. It's hidden under thick trees. Most people in the village avoid it because they say bad things happen there. I didn't believe in that. Not really. But as I stepped closer, I felt my heart beating faster. There was a woman. She was sitting on the ground, dressed in white. Her hair was long and tangled. Her face was hidden by shadows, but I could see her hands shaking. And then I noticed the blood. It was dark red, like it had been sitting in the sun for hours. It wasn't on her clothes. It was in a small bowl in front of her. I froze. I didn't know what to do. My village elders had told stories about this. Stories that warned of the blood of the Virgin. They said it could make someone rich, make someone powerful, but it always came at a terrible cost. I had laughed at those stories before. Now, I didn't laugh. The woman looked up. Her eyes were black, wide, and empty. She whispered something in a language I didn't understand. I felt something inside me twist, like my stomach had turned into ice. Then she smiled. Not a friendly smile. A smile that made my skin crawl. "I've been waiting for you," she said. I wanted to run, but my legs wouldn't move. The forest around me seemed to close in, the trees leaning closer, as if they were listening. She motioned to the bowl. I thought about leaving. I thought about screaming. But something in her voice made me step forward. She told me it was for a ritual. She said she needed blood from a virgin to finish it. She didn't explain what it would do. I didn't want to ask. I didn't want to know. Then she reached for my hand. Her fingers were cold, like ice melting in water. I pulled back. That's when I saw it, small footprints, tiny footprints around the shrine. They were too small to be a child's, and yet the soil was soft enough that I could see each step clearly. The footprints led from the woods to her, and around the bowl. I screamed. The sound broke the night. The woman didn't move, didn't blink, didn't say a word. The bowl started shaking. The blood inside it moved, like it had a mind of its own. It splashed, but it didn't spill. It clung to the edges, as if it were alive. Something hit my shoulder. I spun around, but nothing was there. When I looked back at her, she was gone. Just like that. No footprints leaving. The bowl was still, the blood calm, but the air was heavy, thick with the smell of iron. I ran home. My parents were asleep. I didn't know if I should tell them. How could I explain that a woman, who wasn't really a woman, had almost made me part of a ritual? How could I explain the blood? The next day, I went back. The shrine was empty. No footprints. No bowl. No blood. Just old leaves and mud. I asked the elders. They told me not to go near the shrine again. They said some things in the forest are hungry. They said the blood of the Virgin is dangerous. I nodded. I didn't tell them what I saw. Some things, they said, are better left alone.